and you... I'm Todd Grisham, and all the seats have been... It's the incomparable. And they'll be facing Sellout from the United States of America.
This bout is scheduled.
Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
You can hear the noise, you can hear the fun.
Here we go for round one. And he misses with that jab. And follow with a straight right hand. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. There's a counter shot. Have you ever danced with the devil under the pale moonlight? That's what these two men are about to go through as they've been talking so much trash on social media. It's time to settle the score.
Now things have cooled down. Now the fans are heating it up again. They've been excited, waiting for this. How they prepared for this, these fighters. This is going to be so hard, but so different.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. They both want a highlight reel knockout. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
The right hook misses. Beautiful counter shot. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next.
Reset.
And there's the bell for round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
Caution being thrown to the wind. The perfect counter lands. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Beautiful counter punch. A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of defense here at all. They exchange punches. You'd like to see more jabs. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
No rest for the weary. rest for the weary. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, looks.
And there's the bell to start round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Catch and shoot. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Both men step back for just a moment. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He blocks the right hook. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
A shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You all right?
They say no one knows a fighter better.
Switch on.
Back at it in round 4. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
that jab won't score. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this...
Time for the 5th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you start thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. There's got to be like a little favor to pickpocket them.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Well done with that counter shot. This is the kind of fight you expect from two world-class elite middleweights. Swing and a miss with that hook. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
He just misses with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And that hook misses. Misses with that uppercut. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That was almost almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. On to the 6th round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
How about that time counter shot? That punch landed. Do you believe this? You'd like to see more jabs. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
That uppercut misses. And down goes Jones Jr. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your glove.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Oh, that punch. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown. Here comes round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
These two were made for each other. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
This fight has a real good flow to it. Very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Both men step back for just a moment. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this. Round 8, and we're off again. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
He misses with that straight left. Nice counter. Nice exchange here from both men. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catches.
It's all offense all the time. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They block the left leg. Oh, wait a minute. They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. How did they not go down?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You gotta. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Clearly his opponent was too much for him and he's thrown in the towel. And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up.